Hello, my name is Alice, and this is my amazing story about never giving up. I grew up in an average family. Me, mom, dad, and two of my siblings weren't remarkable in any way, but we were still happy and got along with each other. That is, until my father died. For as long as I can remember, my mother was a housewife. Me and my brothers needed constant supervision. I was 6 years old and ready for first grade when the tragedy happened. My twin brothers were barely 2. I can only imagine how horrified my mother was. 3 kids, no work experience, no degree, and no one to help her out. All of my grandparents died long ago. She didn't give up though. What she did for us was truly commendable. At first, she tried being a nanny at a preschool. That way she could watch over my brothers and make some money at the same time. It wasn't enough though. Feeding, clothing, and buying toys for the 3 of us was not easy. Later, she got a second job as a cleaning lady. She worked at our apartment block and 2 neighboring ones. We were poor and could only afford food and second-hand clothes. By the time I turned 10, there wasn't enough money to pay the bills anymore. The people from the utility services cut the heat into our apartment. The weather was frigid, but the winter had barely begun. We huddled to keep each other warm. Mom cried a lot since she knew we had a difficult time ahead of us. She couldn't rely on paid leave, so in case one of us got sick, the situation would become truly harrowing. When I turned 13, I started doing part-time work. I delivered newspapers, handed out flyers, and had a variety of other jobs with meager pay. I skipped school since helping my mother was more important. The thing I unexpectedly succeeded in was working at a local market. After standing behind a counter in bitter cold, I got pneumonia. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. The important thing was discovering I had a knack for trade. I knew how to talk to people. 3 years have passed. Everyone was hyped about the new co-buying trend. After long consideration, I decided to give it a go since it didn't require upfront investment. Looking back, I am still amazed at how much money I managed to make. It was around 40,000 rubles a month, which seemed like an absurd amount of money to me. Then it got even better. As I turned 17, my income became quite stable. I gave a part of my money to my mom and invested the other part back into my business. It sure was a lot of work. I had no free time whatsoever, ate on the go, and didn't sleep for days on end. My health was ruined and I got really fat from all the junk food. Like all the other girls, I dreamed of true love and waited for my prince. Money wasn't an issue anymore, so I signed up for a gym. You know, I noticed that the most important events in my life seem to happen on their own. It kind of makes me believe in fate. After examining what the local gym had to offer, I immediately understood what to do next. I wasn't afraid, so I began to act. I rented a suitable place and purchased the equipment. It wasn't fancy, but the lowest price in the city made up for it. The news spread and I started making a steady profit. Just before turning 18, I reviewed my finances. It turned out that I made more than 2 million rubles. Today, I am 19. I own the best fitness center in our town and several sports nutrition stores. My dream has come true. My mom is an amateur florist. We sold our old flat and used the money I made to buy a small house with a huge backyard. It has plenty of space to keep my mom happy. I plan to open a flower shop. I figure other people will be as delighted to see my mom's flowers as we are. My brothers study in a good school and soon they will apply for prestigious colleges. During all those years, I've come to realize 2 things. 1, I will do anything for my family. And 2, everything is possible if you work tirelessly to make it happen. I think being happy is easy. Don't dwell on the bad things and don't overthink stuff. Accept life's surprises and pay attention to details. After all, even something small and easy to pass by can turn out to be the beginning of something truly great for your life. Would you like to see more episodes? Support us by hitting like and subscribe and turning on notifications. If you want to see your story in one of our videos, send it to this email address.